How's it going, guys? Unreal Health, new YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe up, stay up to date with all my latest health rants, health advice on the high carb vegan lifestyle. So I just started to rant a little bit. Topic for today is why do people who go onto the raw vegan diet, why do they fail so quickly? And why do they go back to being non-vegan specifically? This is something that I see, that you see a lot, right? You see people, they try the raw vegan thing for a little bit, coming from typically usually a standard American diet, and they go all the way to try to go like raw vegan overnight, and they just end up blowing up and blaming all their issues on fruits and vegetables and shit like that, and not taking responsibility for their actions. So why does this happen? Why are people just kind of falling? Once they fall off the raw vegan diet, why do they go back to basically a standard American diet, but they eat an organic standard American diet? Why does this happen? So within the realm of diet, there's a spectrum. There's a spectrum of how you can eat. So at one end, it's like the fast food kind of diet, and then at the other end, I guess the most purest way of living. Not something that I recommend, but maybe just for healing properties would be like water fasting. So you go from fast food to water fasting, then from water fasting you go like juice fasting, raw vegan, high carb raw vegan, fruits and vegetables, moving in maybe like a cooked food diet, like a McDougall style diet, then maybe like a vegetarian style diet, or just a standard vegan diet, then a vegetarian diet, then standard American diet, and then you have this different spectrum of ways to eat. So if you fall off, if you've eaten standard American your whole life and you try to go raw vegan, and you fall off the raw vegan bandwagon just because maybe you underate or something like that happens, like what are you gonna go back to? You're gonna go back to eating the way that you know how to eat. So you're gonna go back to eating a standard American diet. So one of the ways that you can kind of ensure that you're not gonna go back to eating a standard American diet is to learn how to eat a vegetarian diet and a vegan diet, and then try a raw vegan diet after that. So I kind of made some mistakes myself. I transitioned from a vegetarian to a vegan to a raw vegan diet too quickly, in my opinion. It took me only a few months to make that transition. Something that I'd recommend that people might take 4, 5, or 6 months to make that full transition. So you start out, vegetarian diet is actually really, really easy to do these days. So it's so incredibly easy, it's not even funny. And then, a step from that, maybe you eat a vegetarian diet for a few months, maybe try a vegan diet, a high carb cooked vegan diet. And then, maybe start, once you get that cooked vegan diet, once you know how to eat that way, then you can kind of build upon that and maybe start introducing more fruit into your diet. So maybe making a couple meals a day of fruit, and then having like a cooked meal at night. So you can do that as well. And then from there, you can build upon that to be completely 100% raw. So you want to make that transition, because if you go from one extreme to the next, it's gonna be tough, because you're gonna fall off the vegan bandwagon. And if you're going raw vegan for the ethics, your ethics can change when you're really hungry, right? If you're really, really hungry, you'll eat anything, right? You'll eat some, twigs off the ground if you really wanted to. If you see some if you're driving past McDonald's or something like that, you're just like, oh man, I want to have some McDonald's, because you're just so hungry. So one of the big things is to have that base of knowledge from eating a vegetarian and a vegan diet, and then from there, explore the other realms of eating completely 100% raw vegan. Because see it so often, guys, even prominent figures, they go to this raw vegan diet, and they're doing the raw vegan diet wrong. They have no clue what they're doing. And then they blame all their problems for doing the raw vegan diet wrong, and then go back to eating basically a standard American diet. And it's just like, what the hell? Why don't you just, if you're having troubles on the raw vegan diet, then just go back to a cooked vegan diet? Why is it that animal products are absolutely necessary for you to live? Like, all my problems are because I don't have, red meat in my diet. It's like fucking bullshit, right? Because I wouldn't be able to cycle across countries or cycle the crazy shit that I do if I was having deficiency problems on this diet. You know, people, well, you haven't been doing it that long. Well, you know what? I take advice from those people who have been doing it for, you know, over a decade, right? And they seem to be smashing it. So, I mean, that's where I take my advice from, and that's who I recommend that you definitely take your advice from, is people who've been doing the lifestyle for a long time, and then make your own conclusions based on that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.